this is a good attacking opportunity for the Hawks.
They went wide, they should have come in. They've got 3 players running unmarked in the square.
Mitchell down there to Crow. He's presented up, hasn't got it, almost a throw there by Maxwell. Like to see that in replay. Buckley, Swan, Johnson all combining off that half-back line. It's a game between the half-back lines at the moment. Cloak, 70 metres out, long ball. Watch Rocker at the back. Rocker. Too big for the
in space at centre half forward.
Will play his 200th game at some stage this year. You would think Anthony Rocker comes in, point blank range, got it. First goal of the game, Pies.
Pies' reasonable recent record against the Hawks. They're an emerging side, Hawthorn. Last week in the second half, they played very good football in Launceston. Here's Spider Everett on the ground. Beautifully done down to Bateman. Just unable to take it. Spider gets it back. The standing start shot from the big man. He's going to be marked by Dixon. Here's Dixon.
Leon Davis is fair dinkum. If we get a wide shot here, is 4 metres away from him.
Doesn't matter. He's kicked the goal anyway. Good result. And the Hawks get there first.
In the Melbourne papers today, exactly, and very, very nice spread it was too.
Clark.
Don't kick it, Birchall.
It's Birchall. And he gets it nicely into the breadbasket of Crow.
His ability to execute the footy by foot. And this bloke can kick the cover off.
Trent Crow from outside the 50. Got the ball going a long way, and it is right through the middle. Hawks at the front.
Hawks with the last 2 goals, scoot out to a 4-point advantage. Collingwood would be ruining the opportunities missed early by Tarrant. Now Johnson, long ball, Rocker eased under it by Smith. It was great play to Cloak at the back.
Just trailing in behind there.
Cloak
can't do that against good forwards.
To help the Collingwood confidence in front of goal. Goes back and lays down on it beautifully. Straight as you could like. Collingwood back in front. Now to go back now, and Jacobs will be forced to take his kick.
Now you can see Mick Malthouse is set up thinking Mark Williams is devastating on the lead. They're trying to bottle it up.
Williams on the lead.
He gave a little stutter
step in front of him, and it didn't help him out on that occasion. Now the accuracy rate here is the 50%. This is his first possession of the day. Williams comes in.
It from you last
It's
week.
a great kick, isn't he? He is a fantastically accurate kick.
That was good. Buckley did well. Clement over the top. Just a handball into space, hoping Johnson can make it work, and he did. Into the centre. O'Brien to Buckley. Coming off half back. That's a very rare foot error from Buckley. Allows the Hawks in. Williams, the standing leap, and he's infringed by O'Brien.
The same penalty that Chris Tarrant got for his first attempt on the ball in the first quarter. He took the arms, he's given him the bulldog brow eye gouge. Left hand, watch it. It's been really heavy.
So Williams set shot for his second, and to extend this Hawthorn lead. Nearly got laughed out of a commentary box a couple of weeks ago, Dermot, for suggesting that Nathan Buckley may spend the last bit of his career across half-back. But
well, what he's doing at the moment, he's trying to give a bit of a bluff to Hawthorn that he's playing in the midfield. After the initial bounce down at the centre, he just drifts into be either the 6th backman or the 7th floating backman, and he mops up.
Williams just does the set shot thing so beautifully. He's got his second.
Thick edge.
And Campbell tries to take clean possession, unable to do so. O'Brien, tuck and lock you. Short to Thomas.
It's obvious that Mick Malthouse has thought whoever gets Zach Dawson as a key forward takes Zach Dawson to the goal square. Now we go.
High ball. Here's Dawson and Rocker.
Well, Joel Smith, he swapped that line.
Nothing undersized about this man. Kicked his first one from basically point-blank range, and the second one exactly the same. The Rocker boys have no problem kicking the footy, and Collingwood get a much-needed goal. Trying to play
a little touch on him, but he did try and accentuate it. Good umpiring.
That was a fake, if you like, sure.
He did well though, Preston. He just put the turn on him at the start.
Ugly foot skills again from the Pies, trying to move the ball quickly, and in the back that'll be a free game Hawthorn's Bateman way. And they're not happy with Lacuria as they get him up on the perimeter piping here.
Well, the thing that is 50 metres, what's happened here is Lacuria forgot about the ball for a second and remonstrated by pulling the jumper. Now, he was out of the play there.
And that is a whopping 50.
He's going to go past it, he's got to go back.
That's a good 60 there. Ray Chamberlain, he loves just getting full value for dollar.
He is. You should have an umpire shirt with his number on it.
Bateman, look at the kick. He saw Crawford sneak out the back. And
at best, he'd be a 50-50.
Let's have a look at him.
No Hawthorn players on the line.
The former skipper right on the 50 line, and it is going to fall right on the line. Presty gets a hand on a shot. There's a goal. There's a goal, and I don't know whether the goal umpire's seen it. He has. It was off the boot, there's no question, Dixon. And we'll get a good look at that on the replay.
There's the side-on view. That's an accidental goal. But Benny Dixon does kick quite a few running in the same direction as the flight of the ball. Harry O'Brien, in that situation, if you're going to be ultra-critical on him and trying to educate him as a backman, you've let Ben Dixon lead him to the fall of the ball. Lucky goal. Jack Dawson and Cloak one out in the square. If it gets really long.
Not a great option. Big fly over the top from Osborne. Couldn't take the mark, but look at the numbers here for the Hawks. Birchall. Handball back, look out. Great chase and tackle. The forward pressure sensational for the Pies.
That's no advantage. It should go back to the kick.
Johnson goes to Fraser, and that's a very good mark. Tight angle. Important kick for the Pies.
Good ball.
And it's there.
Two goals apiece in the second quarter. Sees an even contest. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Hawks by a goal.
That'll work.
Out of the middle, Hodge to Dixon, and Dixon has
read what's happening out of scrambling play. The tumble mongrel punt coming forward is not the worst thing to see coming at you.
Used to be one of the straightest kicks and most reliable kicks in league football, and that is why he's got two. And the Hawks, 2 goals.
We're set to get the second half underway. Hawks by 9 points. Campbell and Fraser. Almost clean possession to Campbell. Shovels the handball to Mitchell. He gets the handball over the top. Hodge, some hard running and controlled the footy brilliantly well. Outside of the boot. Good start, Hawks.
15-second goal to Luke Hodge. Well done, Robbie Campbell. Who's the one thing Robbie Campbell is very good at. That's a 110-kilo man scrapping after the ball after it hits the deck. Now, this takes courage. You've got to watch the ball. Nick Maxwell, I would have thought Maxwell could have legitimately come out then and split him down the centre. Takes courage to keep your eye over the footy. At the moment, he's legitimate. He's scheduled his season to come in a little bit slower and be peak fitness about 4 or 5. This man, Robbie Campbell's workload, he's taken the number 1 at this point in time.
It's a luxury having a player that good as your number 2 ruckman. Over the top, Tarrant this time.
He's a show here. He can just get it going. Doesn't have to think too much about it.
Sits it up to Rocker.
Now that's the danger.
The way to go.
Smart head on his shoulder and doesn't mind the argy-bargy, and Rocker won't upset him too much.
Kicked 1 in each quarter of the game. And he got another one. And he slides in.
Look at the man on the mark, just conceding the ball down the line and trying to stop the ball back in the middle.
Well, Johnson's the player who ends up with it. Good kick.
19th possession for Benny Johnson.
Oh,
this is better.
Set it up high. Here we go with Got rid of his opponent but couldn't take the mark. Ground level though, the big boy. Kicks a beautiful goal.
Fourth goal. Let's have a look at this. He gets the isolation, the one-on-one. Unlucky not to mark that. Danny Jacobs overruns it. Not enough body strength to take Rocker to the ground. And cannot work out why Gerald Ruffhead still is at the other end of the ground. Structure. That's why he's leaving Ruffhead at the other end of the ground. He needs his structure down there to win the game. But gee, there's just too much damage going on with Rocker in front of goals.
Pies within 4. How this was not obvious earlier in the game, I'm not sure. Didak to the lead of Tarrant. And Tarrant is marked within range. He has missed 4 set shots today. And they've all been within striking distance.
Must get the ball spinning right here. That is
gives it off to Didak, or Loney it was. Loney, the running goal! Collingwood, I think, have hit the front. They have.
The 19.5-minute mark of the first quarter was the first time the Magpies were in front. That's a 9-pointer a few weeks ago.
Well, the one fundamental, Dermot, is that they've just started to kick the ball long.
And he's a kick and a half from goal. Squares it up to Bateman. Chance Bateman. Told to go, and he does. Good mark.
Good hand.
That is a terrific mark. Got the jukes extended, Brian, and just gloved it beautifully. And Ben Dixon, who's kicked 3.
O'Brien tried to mark and not punch there, Derm.
Yeah, he's when you look at his.
Oh no,
he went to the left. He went for the wrong hand spoil. It might only be. I'll study him a bit more, but it might look like he only spoils with his left hand. Oh, that's a great piece of information to know if you're a forward and you know your backman can only go one fist.
Dixon normally does this beautifully well. Look at that. As straight as you like.
Good game.
He's got 4. Hawks block back.
Well, this is the quarter last week that Hawthorn had their best scoring term since 2002. They kicked 9 goals. It was Hodge and Mitchell who got the clearances going, but so we've got game on today.
Jordan Lewis dispossessed. Thomas, well done. Brodie Holland unable to claim it. Dane Swan, this is. Can set it up for Big Rocker. He's got his man down every day of the week. And he almost single-handedly has dragged the Pies back into this contest.
Well,
What, Dermot?
well, I'm looking at it.
You want Ruffhead on him, don't you?
Well, there's nothing that Danny Jacobs could do. He is there to be the third man up. Now, it's obvious that Dawson couldn't read that, and it's as if Rocker only had one opponent when he got to the Jacobs situation, so Ruffhead won't let that happen.
For goal number 5, it is there, and the Pies hit back. They're in front.
Rocker, 3 goals for the quarter, has set the dome alight. Collingwood in front by 2 points. With 8.5 remaining, Mitchell sat on his backside. Loney, Swan, Didak, and now Johnson. Renewed enthusiasm from the Pies. Here's Rocker over the back, taps Martin. Gives it to Davis. Look at the arrogance. Set it up into the super box. Ignition for the Igniter Leon.
He's like a whirlwind. Look at him. He's thinking, oh, that's great play. I can cash in on this one. It almost didn't come back to him as well.
Taz was looking to offload it too.
He was just hoping someone would come past like that. Anthony Rocker got a little bit crook out of that contest.
Now, let's see what they can do. Centering ball to Richards, who won't mark it. Will be over the head. Lecurri will give it off to Johnson. Johnson can go to Lockyer. Now they go to Rocker on the lead. He's marked it. Rocker has kicked 3 for the quarter, 5 for the game, and he's missed one this quarter as well. Missed 2, in fact.
Well, he's looking at double figures if he plays on Zach for the rest of the game.
Dermott has been calling for this move for...
when he was on 2 goals.
Yep, just over a quarter. Rocker will line up, only 35 metres out. This is all about striking the ball nicely. Been pretty good in front of the sticks today.
7th mark.
8 points in it at the moment. Rocker comes in, kickers on the way, magnificent. Rocker's got 6 goals. Collingwood by 14 points.
He's a good kid, he's going to be a reasonable player, but he's playing against one of the powerhouse men of this competition.
So, Rocker with 6 goals. Thomas goes to Brodie Holland. Got him. Rocker wants it long. Tarrant wants it short. It was Tarrant who made the goals.
He's got to aim this one outside left goal post, which will take some courage given his form today with the boot.
Hasn't kicked the ball well. That is better. Look at it go through. Listen to the Pies fans. They're up about.
Long ball. Maxwell. Vandenberg just tidies up. Around the corner. Puts it high. Here's Buckley. Take a safe mark. It is a 7-goal to 2 quarter. Collingwood's way. Collins with a chip ball out to Davis. He can run all the way. He's got the speed. Takes the bounce. Get to Shepherd. Centering low ball to Rocker. He'll turn around, snap and go. Don't tell me. Oh boy. Rocker's kicked 7 and has got 4 in the quarter. 5 in the quarter.
5.
Well, they got the split. Hawthorn's numbers followed it down the other end, so there was so much space as they came forward. Now, watch that Dawson lays the tackle. He's got the arms around him, and he's still able to stand up through it. Now, this is just doing the wrong thing by the kid now. He's playing his 4th game of league footy. He's had 5 kicked on him, arguably, in as many minutes. And now we see Roughhead run the length of the ground.
Centre forward. Gee, I tell you what, I think he's better up at centre forward, even though he gets a lot of his balls a long way from the goal.
Collingwood held scoreless last week in the 4th quarter. Well, they finished off that 3rd quarter. That would seem unlikely today.
And the top of the ball here is Ladson. Collingwood with some numbers went out. Swan, who was creative in that quarter. Bateman was still down from the incident before as Johnson drives a long ball over the head of Rocker. He'll run back, that'll go all the way. It will. That's a goal from Ben Johnson from 60 metres out.
He's had a super day, Benny Johnson. 27 possessions. Started off on Shane Crawford. Crawford got a little bit of it. And has continued on his merry way from the halfback flank wing area. Now that is the first time for the afternoon. Didn't have any bearing on the play that Anthony Rocker's been bumped sideways in the contest. Benny Johnson, well done.
Collingwood have kicked 9 of the last 10 goals in this match. And they have the first of the final term through Johnson. Everett won it, but Lockyer picked it up. Gave it to Caracella. Caracella goes beautifully to Tarrant. He's one out, is Rocker. And the kick goes in that direction. Look at him. He's just to it here. He's on track for double figures. Rocker's got 8. Imposing Collingwood now.
See that he did hit that ball nicely. It's just, you know, because of the angle, he's missed it only by a metre or so. He's got to keep with that action and style.
37-point advantage now for the Pies, and Young is working hard against Buckley, who was down on the fullback line a moment ago. Here he is at half forward now as Cloak got it to Brody Holland. Nice bounce for Holland. Runs to the open goal goal. Collingwood by 43 points.
Well, the steam is really out of the Hawthorn team now. There are midfielders not manning up. Where is the loose man behind play? Misses the dive on that one. And Brody Holland has just pushed forward. No one's manned him up.
96 here today. Big crowd. Tempers becoming a little frayed. Just under the 44,000 mark here. Now Loney looking to transfer the ball with a bounce. Middle of the dome. Here comes Tarrant on a sizzling lead. He looks around. Fraser wants it long to the square. He's got the sit on the head of Didak. No jump. He stands back and takes the mark.
Well, that's a chance. Rolled the dice and ran forward to receive the
Hawks
easy one.
led by 15 points early in the third quarter, and now the Pies are going to lead by 49 points early in the final quarter. And Hodge, as usual, accumulating plenty of the ball as he tries to lead the Hawks. Bateman at half-back. Quick hands. Sets Smith alight as he runs carefree through the middle. Then sends it onto the left to the height of Spider Everett. He jumps. Percy Giacomo, beautiful defensive thump down to O'Brien now from Carousel, or was it Davis? It was the latter. Davis goes out wide looking for Rocker on the bounce. Roughhead's there with him. Walked around him. Got him on the left boot. High ball, top of the square. Dive.
Well, I don't think any team ever gives in. There comes a time when you know you're totally done, and the youth, the young players in the Hawthorn side, once Collingwood kicked the first goal of this last quarter, I've got a feeling it's going to be roles reversed this week. I cannot see Hawthorn scoring
to make it
in this last quarter.
10 consecutive goals for Collingwood. Didak does it. 10 in a row for the Magpies, and the gold jacket is well and truly on.
Player Leo Barry, you know how he's going to react with it. This is a kid in his fourth game we're talking about.
What a big second half for the Maggies. Game was in dispute at half time. Hawthorn led it by 9 points, and then early in the third quarter led it by 15. And what a turnaround as Crowe marks right on 50. And all since the roof shut, this has happened. Pies have come alight. Big forwards got involved, and there are a lot of fingers being pointed in that first half. And a free kick off the ball against James Clement, so the ball will come down the goal square. The advantage will be with Crowe, and he'll line up correctly in front, and Clement is having a nice verbal stoush.
Well, the last time they kicked a goal was the 11.5-minute mark of the third quarter. So look at this. Is there a sling coming here?
Well, he's not actually holding him. That was a wrong decision. Crowe gets the goal. Hawthorn get their first of the last quarter.
He's upset he's given away a free kick. He didn't actually give it away, but it'll go against him.
The Pies prior to that goal had kicked 10 in a row. Crawford gets it off. Vandenberg banged into by Leon. O'Brien runs into a pile of strife. Crawford goes back to Everett. Everett on the left boot. This will work. Campbell out in front. Gloves it nicely. Has only kicked the one sausage in his career. Should add to it here, and he does. 2 in a row for Hawthorn.
Picked up in the end by Lewis. Now Dixon. Straightens them up, Dixon. Looks for the long ball. Campbell wasn't quite alert to what was going on and was easily pushed aside by Loney.
Loney gets it to O'Brien. O'Brien to Dane Swan. And now Johnson. Johnson goes to Fraser at centre-half forward. It'll bounce nicely for him. Handball to Leon Davis from outside the arc. Leon can let sail and go bang.
Oh, big kick there.
That was a beautiful execution, wasn't it?
2 today, Leon.
Yeah, they really cashed in on that one. Josh Fraser, I mean, he hasn't had monster stats. Have a look at him. 16 disposals. He's been great value. He's just been able to get around the ground and supply a little bit of
Nice handball away to Ladson. And they can go through Osborne to Crawford. Now Birchall. 2-on-1 situation here. That's a very good mark.
That's good hands.
Jordan Lewis. Crode wants it long. Kick goes in that direction. It's bounced. I don't think anyone's touched it. That's a goal. All day long.
Hawks through the middle, Mitchell. And Mitchell out wide looking for Crawford. Lockyer attempting to intercept that. And there is Zach Dawson. But towed up by Rotham, was left on him for a long while. The kick by Crawford to Williams, who looked good early in the game. Picked up by Clark. Centering ball was magnificent. Lewis will mark and run to the open goal for the Hawks. Did his best to miss, but nailed it in the end.
Blistering third term. Crawford tried to shovel it out. Mitchell trying till the end. Another clearance for him. Handball over the top. And there's the siren. Big win for the Pies. They love it. 40,000+. And Anthony Rocker has kicked 8. And there's Greg Swan, the CEO of Collingwood, and Eddie Maguire, the president of Collingwood. They're happy as the song bursts out. A big game from Anthony Rocker. Look at Ed. He is ecstatic, and so he should be. Collingwood 18-11, 119 defeated Hawthorn 12-12, 84. Resides in Sydney now, Ed, so I don't know how much time he's going to be able to spend down here in Melbourne watching his beloved Pies, but he would have enjoyed this afternoon, Derm.
Well, he's been to the last 2. He's batting 50% at the moment. One bloke who's batting, well, 800% of you is 100 for every goal you kick is Anthony Rocker. What an evening, afternoon that he had. And he is with Jonesy.
Thanks, Tim. Talk us through that third term. Fantastic stuff from you.
Look, mate, it was just the delivery I was getting. We got a lot of run out of our midfield, and our backmen were fantastic. So it was, you know, when they're doing it well, it makes it easier on us forwards.
It's only your second game back. You must be pretty happy.
I am, particularly after last week. It was a pretty ordinary game by myself and by the boys. So we were pretty pumped to come out here today and put on a good performance.
It's been a long time since you guys have won a premiership match. I think the fans are enjoying it.
Yeah, so they should. You know, we were very disappointing last year. There's no doubting that. But we're on a good path at the moment. We're going to try our hardest to have a pretty good year.
You had a baby over summer. It's all going well for you, isn't it?
Yeah, she's here tonight. So I turned it on for her. So fantastic.
Congratulations, mate.
Thanks, mate.
He was something else.